back, everybody, to episode 4 of Thorin's campaign, episode 2 with Darius. We're in part 2, probably of the last part, just probably go for another hour here. Oh no, actually, yeah, another hour, because we're going to do something else afterwards. Going to play Dawn of the Wild. It's very fun, we don't record it though. So yeah, they just, our last bit of shopping, go ahead and finish it off.
I'm going to buy a matching red cape.
And Jeff is going to buy one as well. Well, he'll ask you since he spent all his money on the bracers to pay for them.
Yeah, I'll buy him a cape.
Okay, and now I'm going to switch and I'll show everyone the Reservoir Dog scene of these people in matching armour. As they walk around, cape flowing behind them, 3 burly men, and I guess a sturdy dwarf. Oh wait, it's not working. Oh, full screened it, that's why. Oh my god, that was... Such a good song. But that's them as they walk through town, looking cool as fuck. Bamf.
Yeah, and I also get
a tabard as well.
Tunic, a tabard made for Jeff, but I don't give it to him yet.
Yeah. So then sleep for the night. Darius, do you stay in the Merry Halfling with Thorin and Jeff?
Yeah.
You guys are given rooms for free at the moment for your heroism. And you wake up the next day and there's a note slid under your door, Alex.
I read the note.
Can you? Yeah, you can read. It says 12 o'clock and it names a garden in the city. The same garden that Phil mentioned yesterday. Phil was a tavern keeper. I think Alex crashed again.
Yeah, I crashed again. I didn't hear any of that.
The note under the door says meet at the garden at noon in the garden that was referenced by Phil yesterday, the tavern keeper. The same place the same place Hofo mentioned it. Hofo said that he saw Martin in a garden with some guy. No, he saw him enter in the gardens. He didn't follow him in the gardens. Not Hofo specifically, but Hofo heard of that.
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you not hear any of that?
Nah, I missed all of that. But at 12 o'clock in the gardens.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and Hofo said about that, okay.
I go and see Darius first of all. Tell him that we've received the note. And Darius, do you know where these gardens are?
Yes.
What's the name of the garden?
I don't have a name for them. They're just, I think I named them like the Moon Gardens or something. There you go.
Do I know anything about them? Are they special in any way, or?
No, they're just some greenery inside near the Noble District. You know, where it's a quiet, secluded area. It's very, there's ponds, there's a small stream, there's wee bridges, there's some trees inside the city. There's a couple of these gardens.
I say to Thorin, yeah, it's in the Noble District. It's like a public garden. It's very quiet, very secluded.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to go and pick up my armor from Durin first, if it's ready.
No.
It's not. Okay. Well, yeah, that's anything we need to do in the morning, then let's do it. I mean, I want to go and speak to the priests of Amon at some point today before we go, but I think that's probably better to do after this meeting.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, I think we have breakfast, sit around, and then go to the garden for about 11 o'clock. And I think we should go in separately, Darius and Jeff, and we don't wear a red... Well, you can wear a red cape. One of us can if they want, but I'm not going to wear it. We don't want to look like we're together.
Echo.
And Darius and Jeff sort of keep watch from a distance
Echo
while I
and
go to
roll
the meeting
20,
place.
Alex.
While I go to the meeting, I think if you two keep watch from a distance, and obviously I'll share any information
Jeff
once I've
agrees
got it.
with that. He asks you what. Have you told him you're searching for Martin?
Yeah, I've relayed what I'm doing
Okay.
and why he's
You-
joining us.
You're in charge, boss.
Sweet. Darius, your thoughts?
So you want me to stay outside the garden?
Well, not stay outside of the garden, but I think it's better if we. By all means, you come with me if you wish, but I think it'd be good to keep a watch over the meeting rather than all three of us walking into a
Yeah,
trap.
so the meeting specifically says, there's a it's a specific point in the garden, but there's a bench in between some secluded trees, and there's a bridge that goes over into it.
So if
Well, it
let's
doesn't say
say-
secluded trees, but Darius, you know about this spot.
yeah, so
Oftentimes,
say if
noble
me and you
men
go in
women
together, and then Jeff takes watch from a distance.
Mhm.
Because he has range capabilities if it comes to it. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
That
That makes more sense.
So in the morning, as you're leaving the bar, Hofo comes up to you, and he says that he's been contacted and you have to meet someone in the garden.
Yeah, I had a note. It wasn't you that put the note through the door this morning?
No, I don't know anything about a note.
Hmm. It seems that this person knows where I am. He must be on par with your skills, hopeful.
And roll a charisma check for me, please. So you notice that
27.
Hofo is kind of like a little fidgety than usual, and is kind of doesn't seem as pleased to be talking with you.
I ask him what's up.
Says there's been some rumors. I don't know about them, but you're of the Rantic. You and your comrades are switched to Rand's side.
I've never switched sides.
Oh, that's good. It's good. I knew you were always a Meadowland man. No, he doesn't. He's not that naive. He says,
I've never switched sides, hopeful. I'm here in town on business. Nothing more.
just don't murder us all and steal our gold. You're much more generous than I just thought of a Rantic follower. The wealth is
My wealth is something that anyone treasures, but even Ranth knows that wealth sometimes needs to be spent in order to further interests in other lands.
Well, I should just let you know that the town's pretty. I mean, the rumours. It was spreading a little yesterday, but now it's kind of caught fire. The whole town seems to know this. I don't know how you got the knowledge came out, but just thought I'd let you know. People might be a little more unhappy or wary around you.
I've done good deeds for this town. Hopefully that will show more than my true.
Yeah, I don't think they'll
Well,
run you out of the town. You've certainly shown more better, work than any of the guards in this town. No offense, Darius, in slaying the Manticores.
So pretty much does everyone know now?
Yeah,
It's pretty common knowledge.
as you walking around, the crowds aren't going up to you to shake your hand anymore, and people are kind of giving you a wider berth.
So as I say this, I say to Thorin, how do you want to play this? Do you want to tell people it's nasty rumors, or do you want to seeing as people don't seem to care that much, or do you want to be open with it?
I think it's time to start being open with it. The people in charge already know where I'm from. The major players in town already know that I'm from the Rantic Order. It was just the general population that didn't. So I think I am going to put on my tabard.
Again, the Reservoir Dogs, but now you've all got the dragon symbol on the front of your chest armor. Your red cape's on behind you.
Tabard time.
So you don the tabard and you feel, warm inside as they once more proudly displaying Rand's symbol.
Yeah. And I think we're going to head to the meeting.
Okay, yeah, so as I said, like, people, like, you're striding through the middle of the street and people are getting out of your way and shit. It's very, you're like, confidently strolling through the town, the boss, and there are whispered rumours all around you about what's going on as Valar switching to Rand's side and all that jazz. Yeah, you get to the garden, so without incident, the guards don't ask you for any access into the noble quarters. They just let you walk through. And Darius, you would know that normally when people enter the noble, you go up and you say you're allowed to be here if they're not like famous or anything.
Well, I've been coming and going to speak to the commander, so I imagine they trust me enough to.
And you're not a random citizen anymore, so most people know your face.
Yeah.
Jeff was a guard, so who know that. He's been in the noble district before. So yeah, you get to the gardens and there's rich manors on either side, quite large lands in the city, and then you come across, there's a nice, just at the edge of the road, there's a wee bridge and a wooden bridge over a stream, and then you go into like, it's very green and garden even during the winter. There's trees that are green and blossoming, and there's flowers and there's birds chirping.
Cool. I think, first of all, I mean, this is about 11 a.m. I'd imagine he's probably going to have someone already watching the place, or if not, he's already watching the place.
Yeah, you
see when we arrive.
Yeah, you do see guards around. Oh, hi, Thomas.
Hello. What's going on?
We're go on Martin's campaign, and you'll see we're doing our D&D.
Oh, sorry guys, I'll leave you to it. My apologies.
Oh, you can come and watch and laugh along with us. You come and join and see what they're about to speak. Oh yeah, no, you can do join us because I can't remember any of the people. So you could be really helpful there. Who was the?
I'm a little bit drunk, so.
Oh, at 11. What the fuck?
It's 2 in the afternoon, man.
1 in the afternoon.
I don't see why that's such a big issue. It's Good Friday. I'm allowed to be drunk.
Jesus Christ. You don't happen to remember who the fat guy you talked to? Martin was.
Seller of Secrets, wasn't he Henry?
Henry, thank you. See, this is it. This is Tom. Good timing, Tom. So yeah, you should. For the people at home, Thomas has joined our Skype call and he's on video on that, and it's quite funny. Cedo and Rotani. Henry. Okay, yeah, you do see guards watching the gardens around. Well, guards standing around. You don't know if they're watching the gardens or anything.
I tell Jeff to go and find somewhere to watch over the bridge or the where the meeting is.
Okay, he goes and
then me and Darius go to the bridge.
Sure. I mean, it's fuller at the gardens. It's not like the bridge goes into the entrance of the gardens, and then there's more small bridges and stuff. Yeah, it's not just one place. So it's like 11 a.m. You get to the spot. There's a bench. There's no one there at the moment, and it's kind of like there's only one end. No, I think there's like a couple of bridges that lead off to other places.
So yeah, we wait.
Around 45 minutes later, from one of the bridges that lead into this, where the bench and you get to are sitting, waddles. Quite a rotund. Not kind of middle-aged man. And you hear him coming and you see him walking across the bridge, and he does like a flourishing bow, and he says, "Bonjour, gentlemen." What?
Lucy? The fuck's Lucy?
I didn't say Lucy. Oh, Lucy's Thorin&Darius.
You're echoing. Mute yourself in Roll20. Tom.
Sorry.
Lucy's Thorin&Darius.
Okay.
This is gonna be great. All your drunkenness is gonna be recorded forever, Martin. That was. So yeah, so he wanders in and he says, Bonjour, comrades. Je suis Henri. I have heard you.
I don't French. English, please.
I heard you are interested in what I have to sell, and he twirls his black mustache. Paints with that mustache.
If the price is right.
You are seeking information regarding the Martion, is it correct?
That is correct.
What would you like to know, and how much are you willing to pay? That's a much better accent than I used to with Martin.
Can I just say, Russ, your French accent makes you sound like the bad guy from the Johnny English film.
Good. Good, that's how I can say that.
Brilliant.
Mon ami, ça va bien.
Yeah, ça va or something in there.
You seem like an intelligent man. You know this.
I pride myself on my intellect.
You know the crest I wear. You know that gold is not a problem. I want to know why he was here and where he was going.
I know.
He says that is much information to ask for. You will need to pay handsomely, and I'm not even sure that I am in a position to give such secrets away, my friend. Mon ami.
Name your price.
Perhaps it would be better if you give some details as to why you seek this fellow.
Yeah.
As I said, you know the crest. You know where I'm from. This man attacked one of the tribute wagons.
Oh, I did.
On its way to
Spreading horrible
our
lies.
city.
Nothing at all. What proof do you have?
It's propaganda against you, isn't it, Martin?
Disgusting.
Sorry, continue, Thorin.
Yeah, so I have reason to believe that this man attacked a tribute wagon, and I'm charged by my lord Ranth to follow this man.
Would you say that you have an attitude of hostility to this man? Would that be correct, mon friend?
I seek to talk to him more than anything, and to find out his intentions in this land, and whether those intentions align with that of Ranth's or don't, as the case may be.
Okay, roll me a perception check, Thorin&Darius.
This is very interesting.
Isn't it? Is it just
What level are you guys at the moment?
Level 2, soon to be level 3.
200 away.
Shit. Shit, son.
Was that 25 year? Damn. Okay. So you notice that he appears to be, in his stubby fat fingers as a ring, and you notice that this is, it's no ordinary ring, and he keeps twirling it around, and he appears to pause longer between his talks as he says things to you, and you say things to him. He seems to always be twisting the ring in his finger and constantly touching it.
Does the ring have a sigil on it at all, or
no? It's like a plain. It's actually yes. I mean, it seems like it's definitely, you get a feeling of wealth from it, but you're not sure why. You just recognize this as a dwarf. This would be something that would sell for a lot. And it does have gems in it. They're inlaid in it. It's a bit silver banded, not golded.
Right.
But yeah, you notice that. And he says, I can perhaps not tell you what he was after, my friend, but we will the information that I can provide will come at a handsome payment of mere 500 gold pieces, and I can tell you from whence he came and from where he headed.
I know where he came from. I followed him here.
Well, that information you do not need, but where he is going, I think you not know.
Well, I've been told he left on a barge up the river to the north.
A barge. Such errors, such falsehoods.
Or a boat.
Ah.
A water-faring vessel.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Men such as you are always the same.
My price is 500 gold pieces. And for that, all the information I can give you.
I point to the ring. That ring you play with.
It's very precious to me.
It is. Well, it certainly seems that the way you're playing with that.
It's new to me as well. I have not had this long.
May I ask where you got it? It's a fine piece.
It's a great gift from my close friend.
Ah, okay. So it's one of those rings.
I cannot possibly comment.
From my perception check, do I get? I mean, I don't have the spell for me to detect magic today. In fact, I don't have a detect magic spell.
Don't think you do, no.
But do I get the impression that it is a magical ring?
Don't know. Do you? Do you, Thorin?
Certainly I do. It'd be a ring of communication. Is the sort of where
if that's what you think. You can think that. I see your perception check. That.
Sir Henry, I know there's a Thorin&Darius coming after you over. We'll get the performance.
I'm gonna try and intimidate him.
Okay.
24.
I know what you guys should do. You guys should go into the jungles.
Does he get a benefit for me being there?
Not against this chap because this chap appears unintimidated. Even with your, you stretch your muscles. What are you doing to intimidate him?
Like sort of just crack the knuckles. Like
he says, your ways do not try anything other than buying. I am more powerful and I have connections that are beyond your comprehension.
Connections is one thing that I also have, my friend. And
I am aware of your connections.
I'm sure you are. You knew where to find me.
And you certainly splash around in this city. You've been here but a while, but your ripples.
I'm curious. How connected could you possibly be if I disconnect your head from your shoulders?
If your comrade, if your bodyguard keeps up that talk, we will have no business here. I shall not be threatened.
I kind of try and calm Darius to the extent I just sort of hand out. Now, I have much gold.
All I say is we don't have time for this, Thorin.
Darius, these ways, these things last. These negotiations can. It's all posturing. It's all pretense. Every man has a price for the information I seek. I know you have this information, but I'm good authority.
500 gold. That's what I said.
His intentions in town. That is the true information I seek.
That's information I cannot give you.
And why is this?
My lips are sealed. The price for that information is more than my life's value. Roll a wisdom check for me, both of you.
33.
Okay, so you can.
Nails it.
If you haven't, this is just me telling you. If you haven't deduced already, this means that someone very powerful, or very wealthy, or someone who has a very strong grasp in this man's life so that's what you have to overcome here. And that is a clue to what Martin was doing as well. If this is the kind of secrets that are being withheld.
Yes. Now. Change is coming in Valwar, and certainly it's always good to be on the right side of change.
I am very much in agreement.
You have your the people who have control over you, because this is more than your life is worth. someone has a hold over you, perhaps your family, over your life, and
Threats are not always the way to a man's heart.
Or some hold over you. Certainly, for any clues at all, I do not want straight information. The 500 gold is yours, and I give him the 500 gold.
Okay, so he says,
however, any information and perhaps assisting you in freeing this, the power over you,
as I
then
said,
certainly I can be of assistance.
It is not something that I would like to be made relinquish. Not something I would like to relinquish. I can tell you that Martin left 2 days ago. He traveled into the river. He met up with no wait, hold on, 2 days. Okay, did I say it was 2 days ago? Or did I say it was longer?
Nah, you said it was the day that we left to go and fight the Manticore, so it's
was when he arrived. That was the day he arrived. You left power then. Okay, yeah. So this is it says yes, I have spoken to some sailors and I have collected some information. He and a comrade, a ranger, an elven ranger, are on a mission by some being I not know of who sent them. I found a letter and detailed information of where they were headed, and they are going to an orc tribe to take control of it in the wildlands, and they plan on coming and attacking the city with their armies of orc legions.
This is most unsettling.
I can see this information is not what you had expected.
This is most unsettling. And certainly, the information is valuable. Darius, do you have any questions at all?
Obviously, how do you know how he intends to win over these orcs?
Yes, I mean, the orcs are a simple beast. You fight the chief and they follow you. It's very easy. Though anyone can challenge the chief in orc culture. Strong might makes right. You might like it. He speaks to Darius there. The attitudes of the orcs appeal to you.
I think that settles the matter then. We got to go after him as soon as possible.
Yay!
I think so. I think we need to discuss this with Commander Warden and let him know of Martin's plans. And I do need to go and seek counsel with my friends in the priesthood.
Okay. In that case, I'll secure us a boat to follow him in the meantime. And I'll meet you there.
Look at that, Martin. You hear that? Secure a boat. Huh? A little more intelligent.
You don't know. You don't know. How the fuck does Henry know that I left on a boat anyway? I was super sneaky.
You weren't that sneaky. It was the middle of the night on the dock boat, but there were people around.
It was the night, it was dark, and I stole a boat. How would he know I stole a boat?
He has
He's a spy master.
Yeah.
He's Varus.
You don't get out of the dock in the middle of the night without knowing how to row a boat.
All the fucking random encounters, all the day, all the time.
That's what they're gonna get to do. They're gonna get the random encounters.
Right. Okay. So
yes.
I'm gonna go. That's what I just said. I say I'll secure a boat for us while you talk more.
Yeah. So I want to go to the High Priest of Aemon.
Okay.
Seek his counsel.
Toodles then, I guess. And Henry waddles up.
And
I would keep my eye out for you, young Thorin.
What's this? Sorry, the spy master's talking to me.
Yeah, he says he'll keep his eye out for you.
You obviously, I would say contact me through Hofo, but you don't seem to need that middleman. How can I contact you directly?
The man you spoke to in the bar, he is a good friend of mine, or was once. He knows how to contact me. He knows the correct channels. But
I
should
don't.
you want
Yeah,
more,
the Slum District is not a place I plan to frequent often.
if you leave and he goes there's some there's grass and greenery and goes over to the water and basically there's a false rock and he lifts it up and there's like a wee chamber in there. He says this one will be for you. Leave something here and I will find it.
Okay.
It's not that big a chamber. It's like for later
or a gold piece.
Yeah, well, like a couple could fit more than one.
Right, cool. Yeah, so I want to go.
Like a shoebox size. It's like a size of shoebox.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so you go to what was his name? Ares.
Yes, Ares, the High Priest of Aemon. I seek a private audience with him.
What time is it? It's like 12. Ares is at court right now.
What time will he be back at? I asked one of the other priests that are
there. He says if you hurry, they normally break for luncheons at like 1. We could perhaps get him while he's having his hour lunch break.
and 2 10-minute breaks either side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I go up to the court then and try and find him there.
Perception.
20.
You're looking around, but you don't see him anywhere.
Well, while I'm there, I go and seek Commander Warden.
Yeah, Warden's I guess another perception. I mean, it's lunchtime, so the court's pretty empty.
13.
The specific court. No, you look at the chair of the court, and then you look to the other around it, and it's completely empty. And then you look at like the door. There's 2 guards standing just watching you, looking around the room, going, "Where is everyone?"
Ask the guard where Warden is, where he usually takes his lunch.
You could ask Darius. Darius might know. No, one of the guards tells you where he's like a wee cafe.
I'm not there, am I?
Oh, that's right.
He's boating.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you get it's a wee cafe.
Yeah,
it gives you.
I head to the cafe.
I mean, it's so it's right nearby, and there's a bunch of powerful men, hat sipping tea, and the lords of the kingdom is a lot of this the king's guard, all lined up nearby, and so that's where I guess not the king's guard, the lord's guard, as they're all having their lunch in this cafe, taking the break, and you see like there's a table with like all the major power figures there. Napoleon, Ares, Fergus is sitting there. And Panton is sitting there, and so is Warden.
I don't approach them yet. I just grab myself something to eat while I wait for them to finish up what they're doing. I don't want to interrupt.
Both Warden and Ares notice you and think they're for him, and then they both you're there for them, and they both stand up, and then you look at each other, and they they raise their eyebrow, and then they look at you as they're getting up.
Yeah. I gesture for them. If they both want to come over, they can. If one wants to come over, they can.
So they both come over, and they're kind of like making a wee joke of the fact that both of them thought it was for you. And like Wharton's like, darling.
How private is the table that we're sitting at?
I mean, the only people in the cafe are the very important people, and and it's the tables are spread out specifically for so people can't eavesdrop.
So no one's going to overhear the conversation then if it's speaking.
No, unless you're shouting, yeah.
Okay. I have unsettling news for both of you. The Martian was back in the city.
He's back in the city?
Yes, he returned for a short time. It was while I was out hunting the manticores. So I was unable to intercept him.
Horrible timing.
Commander, that you've heard that there was a boat stolen from the
That's
from
right.
the dock.
Fergus wouldn't shut up about that. Says I should put more guards at the docks.
that was how he made his exit, and he's headed north back into the jungles.
It's worrying.
However, I had a meeting with an unsavory character who calls himself the Master of Secrets.
They both like look at each other and then look at you, and it's kind of like a knowing glance. And they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
No idea.
um,
I can't believe there's anyone like that in this town. How outrageous!"
yeah. So he has told me that Martian summons a band of orcs to fight by his side, and he plans to attack the city.
And Warden's like, "Our defenses are strong and have held long. This time, no mere orcs will conquer us." Bye, Thomas.
I'm drunk.
Okay, so Tom's gone.
Was it interesting?
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to play Donna Worlds like that.
So, I have reason to believe that it's not all as it seems. They, as much as he's summoning this band of orcs, why would he return to the city unless he had someone to contact that he knows on the inside?
Ladies and gents,
Have either of you heard any?
You know he's the follower of Asmodeus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says
I recognise the symbol that he carved.
Yeah, that's right. And so have you told? Yeah, you told these guys that it was.
I told Ares and Warden about it.
So yeah, Warden's like, yeah, I've heard some rumors about Asmodeus. Some of my guards have been found with the wrong religious symbols. But Ares says he hasn't heard anything. His flock are tightly woven to Aemon.
What would be? Obviously, I'm having a look at the list of gods here that you've done. Power, control, savory, and lust.
Yeah.
What would be the opposite of that? So that would be the shadow. What would be the current?
Oh, okay. So those gods are the faces. So they're often faces of more than one god. Because I came up with a system afterwards. So for example, Asmodeus would be part of that's a list of characters, not gods. So Asmodeus would be part of order, plan, and structure. But also, no, I guess that's it for him.
I'm crashing again.
Yeah, because I came up with the shadows and the gods. I'm gonna fiddle with the gods, I think, so I'll put them to be faces of specific places. But like for Reti, he is or your god of war, for example, is you're basically worshipping two gods when you worship Aemon. You're worshipping, a shadow of war, rebellion, violence, aggression, or the specific aspect of the shadow of war, and then you're also worshipping truth. No, not truth. Silence and dark and light and noise and music even. But Asmodeus is just the one, I think. He's just order. Asmodeus is all about order, but it's like an evil slant of order. So there could also be a good god of order. There's all sorts of faces.
Right. Okay. I say to Ares that perhaps Napoleus may have an opinion on the matter.
Very wise.
That he follows
truth.
Order and...
No, Napoleus is Verete, which is truth and justice and all that jazz. But you are right in that, he basically, truth is the main aspect of Verete, but it's also very much a wee bit of order planning and all that jazz, order and structure. So Ares BRBs and goes and gets Napoleus, who was sitting talking to Fergus, and he brings him up and he says, Napoleus, you have heard of Thorin here, and Thorin, this is Archpriest Napoleus of Verete, of the Church of Verete. Powerful figure indeed.
I show him the the respect that's obviously due to a high priest. I'm not going to disrespect him.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask him what he knows of Asmodeus.
He steeples his hand and he says, the Inquisitors of Vereti have been purging Asmodeus for much of this city's history. They appear to be growing in numbers and strength. Occasionally we'll find their symbols desecrating places they should not, and bodies, sacrifices to Asmodeus left in the street.
And do you have any knowledge of who is behind this?
It eludes us. We have found no priest, no church, no holy ground. It's extremely worrisome, extremely confusing. Why have you brought me here to talk of such dark things?
I tell him of Martian and that I'm following him.
You follow Martin, but he sounds such an evil character. Why would... No. Joke. He says...
I'm sure you can guess by the symbol on my chest.
Yeah.
That,
I had heard of Martin. I had received news of him, and from the Inquisitors who moved south after hearing of Asmodeus' touchdown there. We hope to purge it, but I have only had hearings of this chap. My Inquisitor did not notice him come through the city or whatever. I don't know how much you tell him.
I don't go into great detail, but the basics enough to let him know that Martin's evil. What is his sort of like facial expression? I mean, is he giving anything away at all, or?
No, he's a very concerned look in his face. He's bald. He's got like a goatee, and he steeples his hands. He's quite a tall character, then as well. He's wearing his robes.
I thank him for his time and ask him if he wants to return to his lunch. He can. I do have, and the same with Ares as well. But I do need to speak to Commander Warden about.
I will pass this information on to my Inquisitors, and we will keep a high lookout for this monster.
My thanks.
This demon in a man's skin. His face is a bit twisted as he talks of horrors of Asmodeus and all that, but then he walks off.
So when he talks of it, he looks disgusted in it. He looks like he doesn't like Asmodeus at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's the impression he's giving up.
Yeah, he's not going, "Ooh, Asmodeus, fucking love Asmodeus, me. I'm really a secret double agent for Asmodeus." No, he's not doing that. Why would you suspect Napoleon?
Don't know. I just do.
Interesting.
So I say to Commander Warden before I leave that I will be going north to follow Martian, and that if he can keep an eye on Napoleon, because I don't trust him.
He raises an eyebrow and he says, "I think you're maybe stepping out of bounds here. Napoleon has been a champion of truth and order in this city. Oh, because of the fucking order thing, that's it. Truth and order in this city for as long as he has been in power, which hasn't been that long, but yeah."
I again, it's clutching at straws here, Warden, but it's a hunch, shall we say. His religious order follows a lot of the same principles that Asmodeus does. Control and order and power, and certainly without any further leads, then perhaps it is something to look at. Again, I'm not asking you to...
I see your relation, but Vereti is a champion of all that is good in this world. Napoleon is much the opposite. But I will keep an eye. If anything suspicious I notice. Though I'm not sure if he turned out to be what would be the recourse. I'm not sure I could arrest him. He's a powerful figure.
Leave that to me when I return.
And he appears to be
if
thinking
that is
about
the case.
And if Ares was the bad guy, what if and he's like musing over all these. Oh, and he's like a whole fucking Fergus is the motherfucker.
No, yeah, he doesn't like Fergus, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Jack Fergus is the dockmaster, who is currently in power as the.
Right, okay.
And then
he's like head of all the merchants and makes a lot of money through fleecing them.
And Napoleus is second, vying against.
Napoleus is second.
Morden and Ares don't really have much say over the wizards, don't either. Can't remember.
So yeah, I think I go and pick up my armor from Durham. Go and get Lucy from, I assume, well, not the stable, but go and pick her up in
the kennels.
Yeah, and we didn't actually say about Jeff, but I'm assuming Jeff goes with Darius.
Yeah, sure.
And I go and meet them at the docks.
Okay, Darius, do you want to roleplay or do you just want to see you on a boat?
So while he was doing that, I went to go and just see if I could get a boat, basically.
Okay. So, do you want a boat for yourself or do you want a passenger in a boat?
Well, like a boat for 3 people.
Okay. And a direwolf.
So you want to buy your own boat then? Yeah, okay, you come up to this. Get your own small boat suitable for 3 people in a direwolf. Get them here. One-time offer. As I Harold crying that out.
So yeah, I just go up to him. I'm like, you salesman, how much?
What are you looking for, friend? Are you looking for?
I need a boat to travel up north of the river. 3 people and the direwolf.
How far up the river are you going? I don't think you're. Oh, a dire. Okay, strange, friend. How far are you traveling all the way through, like most people? I assume.
So what was that?
Are you traveling all the way down Nardi like most people? By the way, Nardi keeps going. The river doesn't actually stop there, like it looks like it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so a big boat then to keep you going all the way, like wherever this goes, miles and miles to other lands that aren't wildlands. Okay. DM reference of the ships and the seas. So basically, Nardi, you would know this, that Nardi is, so as you come to the docks, I don't know if I described the docks already, but it's huge, very busy. There are orcs, there are goblins, there are elves, there are dwarfs, not many dwarfs, there are halflings, there are gnomes, there are humans, there are half ogres, there are all sorts of creatures, and they're all shouting in common and in wildling, which is the language of the wildlands, and basically, you'd know that there's a lot of vessels, and the river becomes really huge, such that seafaring vessels can travel along it. And they stop in Valar. It's like a cycle. They drop stuff off in Valar when they wanted to go to Merowan, and into the lands of Merowan. So that stuff from Valar often go downriver or by road, and then it'll travel throughout the kingdom. Or if you're going to the Ranthic land, you'd stop in Valar, then you get a caravan and go there. But the rest of the way is all to different lands, and there's a lot of travel over these traffic between the different kingdoms. And there's often, villages by there's very few sustainable places in the wildlands. Most people sail in the middle of the river, don't fucking look, and just sit in that for the 3-week journey through the jungles, or the month journey. But occasionally there are, like, have you ever read the Age Chronicles?
No.
This like a village in the jungle forest. That's basically, it's like a kind of slave trading place. And there's a whole bunch of wildland creatures there, and they've kind of gathered up to defend against the jungle and put walls around it, and its docks, and it's a very often travellers will just keep going by it because it's a very lawless place. You need to be strong and proud to fight there.
Right. Okay.
So as you say, you'll be going like through the lands. That's what you said. He is gonna throw it down to boats. He says,
should buy a galleon.
Yeah, for you, for such a number of people, isn't passenger ship there, friend?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on boats.
He says if you're looking to travel down the river all the way, I'd really recommend just grabbing there's space for you and all these ships. There's so many that they're never filled to the brim. But if you're looking to get off in the wildlands, which no one would ever do, so he wouldn't suggest this. You'd probably just like a wee small boat if you're not going that far that you could ride alone.
Well, how much would that be?
A boat, a crew. No. You could get a fishing boat, or a barge, or a skiff. I think crew. What's the Oh no, okay, my bad. You could get an outrigger, a keel boat, a fishing boat, a canoe, a barge, a raft, a skiff. That's if with only 3 people, he says. And some of those would be quite difficult to ride.
Yeah, what I'm asking is what would be most appropriate for us to use this guy.
Are you gonna ask him that you're getting off in the wildlands? So you're gonna grab
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Okay, he's like, oh my god, wow, I can't believe people are doing that. He says you could get crew. It'd be cheaper if you wanted to get on a boat with a crew and then ask them to drop you off wherever you want. But if you want to come back, and he says, though boats often don't survive, he recommends that you get a skiff.
How much would the skiff be?
A skiff is so the price is down. Skiff there it is. Skiff would be 100 gold pieces.
Right, and how much would be getting those people to drop us off?
Depends how far you're looking to go.
Alright, we'll just get a skiff.
You would know how far it is to go. It's 3 days journey into the spymaster told you specifically where to get off to go to the orc village.
Okay, so if it was 3 days away.
It would be cheaper, but not by. It'd be like 40 gold for the 3 like combined. Or you could get a boat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably do that then.
Okay. Yeah, then you don't need to learn how to sail.
Are we going against the current or with it?
Oh, with it. It
It
flows.
shouldn't be an issue then, really.
Yeah, it flows from it flows from. Oh wait, that makes So this goes to the sea. This river. It flows out of the lake of over there, and it goes down and becomes really wide.
Well, if we're going with someone else, we don't need to learn how to sail, do we?
No.
Well, I mean, you'd still need to know how to pilot a boat and move it around in the waters and stuff. I mean, I doubt you could be put on a boat and learn how to jib and stuff.
Yeah, as in if we're going with the crew, we wouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, as a crew, you
so-
would know how to sail, yeah. You would need to, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
figured, yeah.
So then we'll do that.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. You get up there leaving whenever you need to leave. There's so many boats leaving that you can get one.
Alright.
So whenever.
So, right, so sort that out. How much would that be?
40 gold
40?
for everyone.
Yeah, right, well, I'll just pay for that then.
Okay.
And there is, I want to go outside, and you said there were orcs outside.
Yep.
Wait, hang on, we were told where the orc place was, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
alright, never mind then.
Yeah.
The spymaster also made mention that it's easy to get lost in the jungle. Very easy. Even people who have lived there their entire lives get lost.
Okay.
Perhaps a guide.
Maybe you could buy a
I was thinking
compass.
that.
Also, how much does plate mail weigh, Ross?
Plate mail, 50 pounds, but I said it was lighter because it was a dwarf. I think I said it was 35.
Cool. I should also say that I want to pick up rations and things. Supplies
How many?
that we might need in a jungle.
what do
Enough for 3 people for 2 weeks.
You know, people. Are you telling people you're going into the jungle? I'll be
Yes.
120 gold. So people are always shocked and like, God, that's a. I knew, you know, a friend decided he wanted to get a flower there, and he just get ripped apart by monsters, etc. It's a
Whenever
dangerous
anyone
place.
questions it, I just sort of tap the Morning Star.
Yeah. Dangerous place. Dangerous place.
I'm trying to think. What else would you possibly need in a jungle?
Don't know. You're rich as fuck. What do you think?
Yeah, lantern.
A lantern. Yes, a lantern and lantern oil.
What kind of lantern do you want?
A good one.
I mean, do you want the hooded one with a longer range, or the one that gives you a circle?
The one that gives you the circle.
Circle but shorter range, okay.
Yeah.
Or you could get the really huge lantern that you sit on wagons.
No.
So the yeah. So you want the hooded lantern, which gives you, instead of the bullseye. The bullseye is 12 gold. The hooded is 7. Lanterns, yeah. So it gives you a 30-foot radius of light. But
That's
the
fine.
bullseye
And
would
then
give you a 60-foot with a single shutter.
And enough lantern oil to last a couple of weeks.
Okay, that is oil lamp 6 gold. Yeah, that's like a gold.
Yeah. And how much does that weigh?
The lantern weighs 2. The lamp oil for like 14 days worth would be like 15 pounds.
Okay, so like £17.
The rations are very heavy though. Since you're getting.
Okay.
Where's rations?
Yeah, we'll share. I'll share that out once we get to the party.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's coming up with rations. Chapter 6. Oh yeah, of course it's under food. Meals for one day, that's not it. Oh, so you're gonna get Barden for Lucy?
Oh yes, and barding for Lucy.
Okay, so she's an AC of 14 normally, so barding, you would need to get, so if you got leather or padded, it would just go up by 1. If you got scale, it would go up by 1. If you got chain, it would go up by, wow, what? If you got plate and chain, I would, oh, I see. Okay, so if you got chain or scale, she would have 16, and if you got plate, she'd have 17.
What is the cost of plate?
750, and it weighs 130 pounds.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. It's really heavy. The next one down, so like chain or plate mail, I suppose.
Scale is 350 and it only weighs 80 pounds. Chain is 500 and weighs 100 pounds.
Steel.
Scale.
Scale for was it 17 AC, 350 gold?
No, 16 AC.
16 AC.
Plate's only one that goes 17, yeah.
Cool.
80, yeah, 350 and 80 pounds on her. You may have to start walking. Player's handbook. Where the fuck is rations? I feel like I'm being really dumb not seeing it. Do you know where it is, Jack?
What, sorry?
Buying rations, yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Rations.
I didn't really have any.
There is a one because I used it before and it's really expensive. It's like 7.
I think it's like 5 gold a day for rations, or something like that. It's like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, there's
because it's dried food.
Dry rations per week is 10 gold pieces.
Where do you see that?
It's under equipment lists under household provisioning.
So dry rations, yeah, 10 gold, okay. So
Okay, so 10 gold a week. So I bought 6 weeks worth of rations.
for 3 people, so 180.
3. No, as in 6 weeks, 2 weeks.
Oh,
each.
okay, so 60 gold.
So 60, 6 weeks, yeah. And then, yeah, I share that out with the party once I get to the dock.
Okay. Its weight is unsaid, so I'll just say it's £1 a day. Pound of, I mean that's very little, but let's just say since it's dry, it loses all its weight. So you'd be carrying £14, so would everyone else.
So my ACs went up by 1 with my plate mail now.
Plate mail is 17 AC.
Okay.
And then +1 for your dex, and then +1 for your shield, and then +2 against missiles.
And +1 for my shield.
+2 against
so I've got
missiles.
And then so that means I'm
20?
at 19 AC now. 17 for my AC.
Yeah, so 19 against...
Armor.
Yeah, 19 against people punching you, and 20 against people shooting at you.
Yeah. Cool.
Let me change Lucy's AC. So I'll just say Lucy can carry what a warhorse can carry.
So me and our barding is what really we're going for.
How much is the Varden?
You said £100, I think. Then I'm currently weighing in at...
I think your body weight is 200.
No, 170.
170 plus whatever you carry on you. Warhorse can carry £260 at full speed.
It's fine. That's plenty.
So she won't be moving at full speed.
No, I'm not carrying.
But you're 170 and her weight is her armor. And then it's 390 is the next one, so she moves at half speed.
Okay, that's fine.
Which is when you're riding her, she moves at half speed. Otherwise, she is at full.
That's fine. Cool. I think we're ready to head off on a boat then.
Yeah.
Unless Darius has anything else to do in town.
All right.
You ready, Darius?
Yep.
No one wants to buy anything else. Healing bag, anything like that.
I've already got a healing kit.
I mean, do you want to get a guide, or do you want to just go for it? Because
could be worth getting a guide.
Martian has a guide. I assume that's the elfin ranger who's with him.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Is there any elfin rangers sitting around that we can use as a guide?
There are elves sitting around, sure, and some of them have bows.
Yeah, do you want to just ask around for a guide, or I mean, do you know anywhere in town where we could perhaps find a specialist at all?
Would I know anyone like that, Ross?
No, basically the wildlands are super fucking dangerous. People are very scared of the wildlands. Like if you're going to the wildlands, most people at best the guard would ride out into the wildlands if they ever had a reason, and they'd all be scattered out, and there'd be like 10 of them in a party.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
Most
I don't think we're gonna
individuals
find anyone to guide us in the town.
There are people that live in the wildlands, but have a big
I think our best chance would be to find someone there.
While we're with it, I'm gonna ask around just a few people in a bar that we're sort of sitting in to see if they know anyone.
No.
That could act as a guide. Just to know.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. Not in the Merry Halfling.
No, this is down at the docks.
Yeah, the Merry Halfling's right next to the docks.
Oh, is it? I thought it was... Oh, yeah, so it is, of course.
Because that was like the first one you found.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's just a case of getting out and going for it.
YOLOing it up.
We're travelling on another person's boat, but yeah, we're boating it up.
No, I said YOLOing it.
Oh, YOLOing it up. Yeah, I think we're YOLOing it.
I mean, technically, you don't only live once in this game, though.
No. Well, you do only live once.
Well, it depends if you get Resurrection memorized. Or if you're a druid.
True.
Okay, so yeah, you guys set out. You know, you get on the boat. There's a. I guess we'll roll for it. Right, roll me a D10. Someone. Let's tell you what race is on the boat. So human, elf, dwarf. Is a dwarfen poet. Very rare.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. I really shouldn't have done whatever.
So I'm getting on pretty well with these dwarfs.
Certainly. You know, well, I mean, you're actually really. You're not so fan of them. I mean, they might like you, but you're like, what the fuck? Dwarves shouldn't be on water. And they're like pirated dwarfs, and like, ho 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 ho. Instead of doing mining, they're like, hi ho, off to sail we go. Yeah. So, yeah, they're very weird for dwarfs. It's very unusual for dwarfs to be sailing. But they're like a bunch of traders, and they're shipping whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. Well, I was actually going to wrap up there if Thomas was here, but actually we'll take a break then. I'll join you guys in part 3. Toodles.